Another thing that was very hard for me growing up was school. I did not do well in school. If there was anyone they should have, picked as this is why our public schools are failing, it should be an example of me. Um, and it all kind of started like I remember when I moved out to Arizona from Illinois. Like I only had a couple credits, and Illinois refused to send those credits to Arizona, so I couldn't have them because they said I stole one of their textbooks. And I'm thinking like, yeah, right. What am I gonna do with the textbook? So that's how it all started. I didn't have hardly any credits. The couple credits I did have when I finally dropped out in 12th grade was from gym class. And then the next thing that happened to me is when I got to Arizona, I was supposed to be in seventh grade, but it was at a time in my life where I was going through that whole Malcolm X phase, and I had like the suit that said Malcolm X, fight the power on it. And so I showed up at the junior high, and they wouldn't take me. They said I had to go to the high school. So they jumped me up ahead from seventh grade to ninth grade. And and then what had happened was I had to take these placement tests to see where I was at. And so I remember just seeing the other day on TV, there was this like, it's like on 60 Minutes or something. It was something about how to take a test and pass, like the best chances to get the best grade on a test. So I took their advice, and so I took these placement tests. It was a math test, my worst subject, and the student counselor calls me up, and I had never spoken to a student counselor before in my life because they don't, they don't talk to kids who are struggling and need help. They just talk to smart kids who they can plan their college future with. And so he came in and he was so proud of me, and he was like so happy, and he was all excited, and he's just like, wow, man, I cannot believe how high he scored on this math test. And he's like, you should be in trigonometry or trigoma something. And what I had did was like what they had taught me to do is if you don't know an answer, which was like after the sixth question, I didn't know any answer. So you fill in all C's all the way down. And another trick is if you get almost to the end of the test and your time's running out, just fill in C's, all C's. So I did that, and I got this amazing score. And so I could have told him the truth. Maybe that was my time, my moment. I could have, or well, I could have lied. I did tell him the truth. I could have lied, and that might have been my time where they had threw me in like some advanced math class, and I could have caught up and then maybe been a scientist, but probably not. Definitely not. Um, well, I told the truth, and I'm like, no, I just guessed on like all the answers. And so from then on out, I was in basic math till the time I dropped out in 12th grade. But so yeah, like those are just some of the struggles that I had when I was in school. But I did get my GED, so, and that wasn't easy, but I did it. Well, yeah, that's a whole nother story. It actually took like 4 tries to get my GED because I kept quitting. I'd get like almost there, and then I just quit. So